And you thought the food in your school cafeteria tasted like shit. Am I right?
Yo, head above water this year, boys.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Daily Review, episode number 365. That is 1 year's worth of reviews, people, and it only took me 2 years to get there. And if you actually are curious enough to dip back into the Daily Review for some trivia, my first episode, recorded on October 18th, posted on October 19th. This episode, recorded on October 18th, gonna be posted on October 19th. Coincidence? I think not. But the film I'm gonna be reviewing for you guys today to mark the seminal 1-year anniversary of the Daily Review is the Human Centipede first sequence. The Human Centipede is written and directed by Tom Six, and it stars Dieter Laser as the crazy doctor in this film, and there's a whole cast of unknowns that it's not even worth my time mentioning their names, because none of you know who they are. The Human Centipede first sequence is a very simple premise about this crazy doctor. He's known for performing separations on Siamese twins. He's a surgeon. He used to be the renowned surgeon in that field of separating twins, but he has a different type of passion, which is actually connecting or creating something, and what he wants to do is create a human centipede. He already did this to his Rottweilers, and now he wants to do it to actual human beings. So he gets 3 people, drugs them, performs some surgery, and some craziness, disgusting, and you know, the Human Centipede ensues. I think anybody going into the Human Centipede first sequence knows basically what they're getting. If you're sitting down to watch this film, most of you are probably wanting to know how disgusting it is, because I think most of the things that people are saying about this is that it's not really that good of a movie, but it's pretty gross, and you should see it for that reason. And what I will say about the Human Centipede is that they are right. It is not a good movie, but I do not think, I was very surprised as to how ungraphic everything was about this movie, which is one of the things I kind of liked about it. I think the Human Centipede, you know, I think the acting from these 2 lead girls in the very beginning, there's an opening scene of them calling somebody they just met on the phone. They're kind of trying to get directions to this club, and when they're in the car, their car breaks down, and everything that happens between these 2 women feels so forced. Their acting feels like total acting, and bad acting at that. There's literally a scene when they're like, hey, let's go find help, and instead of staying on the road, they end up in the woods somehow, and they get lost. Doesn't seem like the smartest of ideas. Also, when they stumble upon this crazy doctor's house, the first thing he does is open the door, and he like has this incredibly creepy look on him, and they're like, hey, let's go in this guy's house. He'll probably help us out. Not a good idea. You know, the Human Centipede, it does have its gross moments. It is about 3 people being connected. 2 of them are ass to mouth, and its claim is that it's 100% medically accurate, which, you know, maybe it is, but I don't think any types of surgeries like this have ever occurred. If they have, that kind of terrifies me. But I think the movie, it is a little disgusting in the sense that the thought of this is disgusting, but there's never really anything too graphic on screen. I mean, the surgery that happens in this film really doesn't go on for that long, and you really don't see much of it. The infamous feed her sequence that takes place in the film is gross and disgusting, but I think it's gross and disgusting because of how you perceive it in your head, not because of anything they're showing you. I don't think that this movie is that good. I think that you know, you sit there and you watch it for an hour and a half and it ends and you're like, okay, well, I didn't really need to see that. It doesn't really have a point to anything that it's saying. It's not scary at all. It's really not that graphically disgusting if you get off on that sort of thing with your horror films. I just don't think it's that great of a film at all. The only plus that I would give the Human Centipede is that Dieter Laser, the guy who plays this crazy doctor, is quite good in this role. He is efficiently creepy and very menacing, and you feel like he's capable of anything because he is. And I would say that's the one saving grace of the Human Centipede, but I didn't really like it at all. I found it a little boring at times and really not that interesting. I give the Human Centipede first sequence a 2 out of 5. It's really not worth your time. I would highly recommend that you go to the Tosh.0 website and just watch his 24-minute spoiler, because it's a lot more entertaining and you basically hear everything that the movie has to offer. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me over these past 2 years. I hope to be back for many more, and I will catch you guys next time.